Back again with another video. AHSOKA episode 4. I only have 3 things to say. Holy shit. That's not what I expected. So yeah, spoilers, getting right into it. Started off pretty much where we left off, which I expected. I think most people did. You know, Sabine, Huyang, and AHSOKA are stuck on this forest. I still can't remember the name of the planet, forgive me. And Balin sends his cronies after him. Shit goes down. Sabine, Shin fight. AHSOKA and Marok fight. And Marok appears to be some dead inquisitor that has been animated by Night Sister magic. To the best of my knowledge, that appears what it is. So some people are disappointed about that. Some people aren't. Me personally, I'd rather him have been nobody than to be some Easter egg or some watered down star killer or, you know, somebody else we already know. So I'm okay with it. And I'd rather him die than Shin or Balin, you know, because I think they're driving the plot forward much more than he is. And we see Hera realizes stuff's going down, so she heads off in that direction. We see the ghost in live action and it looks beautiful. I mean, the New Republic fleet looks great. They did a great job with that. AHSOKA confronts Balin and decides whether if we can't go get Ezra, then nobody is. So their motive is to destroy the map. Well, Morgan Elsbeth has almost got this thing all the way uploaded, and AHSOKA shows up and her and Balin fight. We see this cool, very martial art type duel between Balin and AHSOKA. And yeah, I know some people like the crazy flashy George Lucas, Nick Gillard stuff, but we gotta realize that not everything is gonna be as great as it once was, and I mean, it's not gonna be, so I'm okay with it. His fighting style is just very precise and aggressive and almost like a knight, you know? It looks like he's got a long, heavy broadsword, and all his strokes and swings are very deliberate, but he's able to flow from offense to defense, and looked well. AHSOKA gets the map, burns her hand, is incapacitated. Well, she just knocked off a cliff. We don't know what happens to her. Shin and Sabine show up. Sabine takes the map and threatens, you know, to destroy it. Balin talks her into giving it to him. And this is something that I'm glad they did it, because it's a very human thing to do. You know, AHSOKA asked her from the beginning, can I count on you? And she's like, yeah, of course you can. But knowing that your friend and who you consider your family is lost, and this is pretty much the only way to find out where he's at, it's a very human decision that I think a lot of people would make. So she gives it to Balin. He promises not to harm her. So boom. They're up in Morgan Elsbeth's Ring of Sion. I think that's what it's called. Her big ass hyperdrive ship. The New Republic shows up, the Ghost, and a few X-Wings. Well, right as they jump to light speed, boom. Awesome ass sonic wave just destroys a couple of the X-Wings, like rips a hole almost in the galaxy. I mean, it's awesome, very cinematically pleasing. AHSOKA is presumed dead. I mean, we don't know what happened to her. We find out that Sabine's family is dead. House Wren is dead. I'm assuming because the Empire bombed Mandalore. You know, we saw what happened to Mandalore and the Mandalorian. But that's crazy news. Getting to the focal point of this episode and you know, so far the show, AHSOKA, I believe, is dead. And she's in the world between worlds. How she got there, I don't know. Like I said, maybe this is what happens when you die. You know, I feel like Dave Filoni's kind of building and changing the lore as he goes. I'm not super knowledgeable on the world between worlds and how it really interacts with like the actual universe. I mean, I know that AHSOKA was in the world between worlds and Ezra was in the world between worlds, and Ezra pulled her out when she was fighting Vader and rebels on Malachor, and that saved her life. But somehow she's there. We hear Hayden Christensen's voice, and I'm like, no, can't be. And he says, I didn't think I'd see you so soon, or something along the lines of that, not verbatim. And they did an amazing job de-aging him, so much better than they did in Kenobi, which that show was garbage anyway. And he's in his Revenge of the Sith attire. Beautiful. I mean, very emotional scene. I mean, I love Hayden. He deserves every bit of love he can get. I mean, he is Anakin Skywalker to me. You know, I grew up with him as Anakin Skywalker, and he'll always be that in my eyes. So, yeah, he deserves that. I mean, I love it. I love it for him. But there's also been some speculation. Maybe because he was able to retain his consciousness, because he was able to become a Force ghost, he can somehow travel between realms, because supposedly the world between worlds is between the living force and the astral force. So like if you're dead and you're a Force ghost, that's the astral force. So maybe because he's a Force ghost, he could travel in between. So I don't really know what to believe, because some of the rumors say that that's actually the son, and he's trying to play a trick on Ahsoka from the Mortis arc in the Clone Wars, or the embodiment of the dark side essentially. Because some things that would point a finger to that are, when we last saw Anakin in Return of the Jedi, he was in different colored robes, which, yeah, not really a big deal. But why would he be having his mechanical hand, his glove on his mechanical hand? Why would he have his lightsaber? It really did feel genuine. His smile seemed genuine. I mean, like I said, it looked great. It looked like him, and it looked like they were trying to portray something that was a happy moment. And of course, they cut us off right there. But honestly, I have no idea what next week's episode is going to be like. I just hope they make it make sense. Don't make it seem contrived and make it seem like it's just shoehorned in there. Make it make sense, I'm not going to put too much stock in it. I trust Dave Filoni. I feel like this is the best Star Wars we've had since, Rogue One. I love Rogue One. I mean, everybody talks shit on Disney, but Rogue One is a solid movie. I could watch that movie any day of the week. It's great. I love it start to finish. It's phenomenal. So yeah, I think this is the most internet breaking thing since Mando season 2 finale. In my opinion, if you just stop watching Mandalorian after season 2, that finale, you're good. Don't watch season 3. Don't watch Book of Boba Fett. I mean, they did Boba Fett dirty. I feel bad for Tamora Morrison. I'm glad he was involved, but they just made his character such a wuss. But yeah, Luke Skywalker, Mando season 2, I think this breaks the internet just as much, because those are two just so beloved characters. So anyway, that's pretty much what went down in this week's episode. I am not disappointed. I did not expect that, and I don't think anybody did. And props to Dave Filoni for pulling this off. I hope that they just pass the reins to him. I hope they see the success of this show and what he's done and what he's doing for Star Wars, and they say, you know what? It's finally time that we give it over to you, because you know what you're doing. You respect the legacy. You respect George. You care about this brand and this franchise. You're not just trying to make money off of it, Yeah, I mean, I have no idea what to expect next week. I think we'll kind of backstep a little bit and we'll spend some time with Ahsoka. Like I said, they may be trying to subvert our expectations. It may actually be the son. I don't know. I have no idea what it could be. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Comment and let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe if you already have it. I appreciate you guys so much. And as I said before, the more this channel grows, the more it makes me want to do it. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy Star Wars. I love Star Wars, and I love talking about it. So the more feedback and the more interaction I get, the more it makes me want to put more into it. But anyway, guys, next week I will have a review and breakdown of next week's episode. So be sure to check that out. See you.